Hey, fire signs, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing a collective reading here, getting messages for fire signs, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Cross watchers are always welcome. And we're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And we're just checking in with your energy in present time, fire signs. Checking in with your energy, what's going on around you, right? I'm hearing what kind of movement is happening for you, what kind of changes are happening for you. Okay, let's see what's going on. Fire, fire, fire. And we're going to go through and check on your energy, maybe do some clarification and get some advice, look at some energy you don't see coming. And the first thing that I'm noticing is this 10 of Pentacles in the position of where the rest of this is flowing, where the rest of this is going. Everything is coming from this point. And this point is talking about longevity. It's talking about long time friendships, long time family, friends that are like family, longevity in relationships. This can be marriage. This can be group dynamics, family dynamics. Oh, I'm hearing somebody say school dynamics. So group dynamics having to do with study and school and workshopping. This can be work related, group dynamics, that type of thing, but it's longevity and it's like people who know people who know people, my friend of a friend of a friend kind of energy, but this feels positive and connected. Okay, the next thing that I'm noticing is your higher self talking about, again, collaborating with a lot of different people, collaborating, and it's like working on the same mission or working on the same goal or idea, having that same, being on the same page, and people helping each other out. And what's interesting about that is your angels and guides are talking about something that feels like karmic injustice of some kind or some kind of injustice. So it's either you felt that way within this group or something happened, or that's what the mission is about, or that's what the group is coming together to heal, mend, or work on something that has to do with justice, writing justice. So again, there's that feeling of writing justice at the heart of the situation. There's nurturing some kind of, lots of pentacles just right here, nurturing some kind of, I even want to say unique venture, but nurturing something to make it grow, to see how it's going to bloom, how it's going to come about. And then here's the 5 of Cups, and it's about disappointment, regret, things not, feeling regretful about things that were said and done in the past. And this very well might be the coming together of people to mend those types of situations. And I mean, it could be like a nonprofit type organization coming together, or this could be friends and family coming together and say, we need to mend this group. Something's happened and we want to right it. Happening now and into the near future, we've got the Devil card. So the Devil card, it can be about obsessions. It can be about codependence. It can be about oppression, but it's also Capricorn, and Capricorn can be about work, and it can be about being obsessed with work, being obsessed with a particular mission. So we'll do some clarification here in a minute. I want to look at this big picture. Oh my gosh. And again, here we have this big picture talking about the Queen of Swords reversed. This is about some kind of betrayal. The Queen of Swords knows the truth. She knows that she's been betrayed. She knows the truth. And she's pretty hardcore about it now. You can't get things past her anymore because she's had this experience. And she might feel the need to come together with other people to protect so this doesn't happen to others. Your advice is talking about something, not accepting a genuine offer of love. Like if there's some kind of offer here, this Queen of Swords reversed is really going to make sure that it's a genuine offer of love. And this is not accepting anything less. Okay. In release, release the idea that things are not working in your favor. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, we've got the 10 of Cups. This is something that has come full circle, and there's a new cycle that's starting. And then this is resistance to things coming out of the woodwork, resistance to subconscious coming up and out of the woodwork, resistance to secrets being revealed. And I feel like you, and very well people that you are working with, dealing with, you're working on kind of illuminating secrets, illuminating the truth. The energy around you is about truth illumination. Okay, so let's take a look at past, present, future. In the past, this is talking about moving forward, a rite of passage, moving on from troubled waters. It's kind of like, okay, it's been done. The secret's out, the betrayal's out, the thing that I didn't see before, I can see it now. And the shock of it seems to be over. So whatever it was, it's not happening. It's not a shocking thing that's going to happen. It's just something that's already been revealed. And it's kind of like, once you know, you can't unknow kind of thing. But this is moving away from the shock of it and starting to move into a healing space around it. This is about not accepting something that is not a complete, authentic offer of love, offer of authenticity. And then here we have the universe offering you something and you taking it. And again, though, we have this page. We have a page of cups and we have a page of pentacles. You're like, I'm going to take it, but it's got to be authentic. I'm ready to accept an offer. I'm here to accept an offer, but it better be authentic. It's like somebody has to come to you the right way in order to achieve forgiveness. I really feel like somebody wants to do that. And here in the trajectory, we've got the Hermit and the Hermit reversed. So for me, what this is, a lot of times, it can be isolation, it can be depression, it can be sadness. But what I usually see this card representing for myself is needing to completely clear your energy of other people's energy. It's like the need to ground, the need to go off by yourself and make sure everyone else's energy is out of your space so that you can really sit in your own feelings and really know yourself, really know your own mind without the influence of anyone else around you. So let's go ahead and clarify a bit. I'm going to clarify with Lenormand here. I want to know more about this Hermit reversed and moving into your own space. And it is kind of what's going on here. It's like I'm moving away from the shock of things. I'm healing. I'm moving away from these hardships. My heart is open and I'm willing to accept things, but I am being extremely discerning. And I'm doing that by really, really knowing my truth and knowing myself, because my energy is my own. Nobody else is in here. So there's a lot of protection going on right here. And what's clarifying this Hermit is this mountain. You're like, I have gotten over an obstacle like a mofo, and I'm not going backwards. So I get that. I want to look at this Queen of Swords reversed. This betrayal. Yeah. Okay. Two things have come out here. Wow. Okay. So the Queen reversed, she's taking her emotions out of it and she's looking at what it is. I mean, this is beyond the shock, but I feel the shock here. It's almost like a jaw-dropping thing. It's like, what the hell just happened? I feel like somebody just wasn't expecting something. And if this is for you, you already know what it is. So it's kind of like, I can't believe this happened, or I can't believe this is the way things went down. Somebody was really, it almost even seems like somebody was working you, and they were completely using emotional strings, heartstrings, but they were doing it for the purpose of themselves. And when it came down to it, it seems like it was a shock. It was shocking. Tell me more about this devil card. What is going on here with this? Ooh, what's going on here with this this obsession? It seems like there was this could have happened kind of in a fast and furious kind of way. Like all of a sudden something popped in and it seemed like amazing. And there was obsessive quality. There was an obsessive quality to it, but it was somebody coming in seemingly kind of sweeping you off your feet. That type of frequency, that type of energy. And I have to say, this can be romantic, but it can be for anything else too. Somebody talking about something almost like too good to be true, but it was like you believed it was true. It's like there are so many synchronicities, there's so many things that it has to be true. But what it looks like is that there was more of a power situation. I'm not even going to say there was a power struggle so much as the person who was coming in was more interested in power and kind of emotional manipulation, it seems like. How can I get what I need for myself? And I want to say it's not that they didn't necessarily have some kind of similar interests, but I don't feel like it was in the same way that you were thinking about the similar interests. It's like your heart was in it. There was something in it for them. I feel like this person was just very much thinking about themselves and you were helping them in some way. And so that's the connection. Okay, nurturing something and then feeling a lot of regret about it. Let's look at this heart of the situation. Yeah, somebody's going through some kind of acceptance around what they nurtured and realize that it's not a waste of time. I want to say that that's not what it feels like. But I feel like somebody might be thinking that to themselves. What was I thinking? What a waste of time. I can't even believe I did this kind of thing. There's a lot of healing that wants to happen around this. And there's a lot of grounding and healing that wants to happen around this. I think that whoever is on the other end of this person who feels like they've been through it and they understand what's going on, even though it almost seems like unbelievable. Like you just weren't expecting somebody to react or respond to the way that they did. And now you're like, yeah, that's not going to happen again. I'm not just taking any offer that comes my way. Let's take a look at this present time energy. Your heart is open, you're willing to receive, but you're like, it's got to be the right thing. This person has to come correct. You have some kind of psychic connection here around how you feel like this person is thinking. Like they might, yeah, I feel like you already feel like this person's going to come forward in a really nonchalant way that it's almost insulting. It's like what happened, how they come forward is so mediocre compared to what they actually did. So like if they're offering an apology of some kind, they're like, oh yeah, sorry. I mean, it's so underwhelming that you're like, no. And there's already some kind of psychic awareness around how this person's going to come forward. It even seems like they're just not acknowledging what they did. And yeah, I hear somebody asking, are they aware of what they did? And here we have this snake. Yes, they're aware of it. They're just trying to downplay it. They're trying to minimize it. So yeah, they're aware of it. Let's take a look at this. So coming together, it's almost like you had similar interests in this common goal, and then they got whatever they needed out of it. And then it seems like they Tell me more. What do they do? Let's ask about their energy. It seems like they left or they dropped out. Or they brought someone else in and you're like, wait a minute, wasn't this our thing? So they're saying that what it looks like they're talking about their energy being toxic or poisonous. Okay. Tell me more about your energy. Okay. They're also talking about the divine counterpart. They're talking about abundance. They're talking about seeing abundance. And this also could be someone brought in a toxic energy when they already had everything they needed. And then they brought in some kind of toxic energy into the mix of things here. Let's clarify that a little bit more. So we're working on things together, working on this injustice, bringing somebody in who has toxic energy, or the person that you're thinking of here. They're saying that they're bringing toxic energy in. And they're also, I feel like they're acknowledging that you are a divine counterpart. There's a lot of abundance around you, and they were tapping into that, and they kind of took what they wanted. And yeah, and here's some like chit chatter, maybe gossip, but maybe talking to other people about what you have going on here, which kind of takes some kind of sacredness out of it somehow. It's like, I feel like there's a lot of disappointment here around someone minimizing and taking the sacredness out of what you were doing or what your connection was. Right. And it's even like they were saying, or they were leading you to believe, and you felt this too, that maybe you are the same star coming from the same place, recognizing this energy and moving forward together. And this is about being on the same page, talking about longevity, and then somebody doing something that's completely out of what was assumed, what was implied about going forward, being together and being on the same page. So I feel like someone brought someone else into the mix here. And yeah, they're trying to feel safe. It's like they are somehow making sure they have option B, option C, just in case option A doesn't work out. It's just kind of a way they create safety around themselves. Maybe that's part of what this is too. They have a big garden of people that they can pull from for support or feelings of safety when they feel, I hear denied. So when they feel rejected somehow. Okay. So I want to ask this Messages of Love Oracle, what's going on here? What is going on here with this? This is I feel like this is your energy. This has put you on alert. And instead of being like alert, like someone's gonna pull the wool over your eyes, it's more like nobody's gonna do that again. There's just some disappointment here. There's just some taking some innocence away right now that is uncomfortable. Wow, past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. So yeah, this person came in. So the energy that you were feeling, really connective energy and strong, even passionate energy, there was a reason for that. This was how we recognize each other from past lives. And there was definitely something that needed to be played out karmically. But what else? What else is going on here? Obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Well, that's what I see when I see this mountain. Also, this mountain has to do with reaching your higher self, connecting with your higher self, and moving through obstacles in order to connect with higher self, to really have a true idea of self. And so I feel like these obstacles, on one hand, it's you experiencing obstacles because of what this other person has done and said or brought in, but also this other person is experiencing obstacles that they're not necessarily wanting to heal, or they're not really trying to deal with some things that need to be dealt with, heal some things that need to be healed. That's why it's almost like they're procrastinating. They're bringing other people into the mix, or they're bringing other things in. They're kind of like backstepping because they don't want to heal themselves. And so I want to say this really doesn't have to do with you. This is really them. You're where you need to be, but you're kind of ahead of it. And they would really need to come back with something big, like, hey, I'm working on myself. I'm healing myself. I recognize what I've done. They really need to tell you they see and they know what they did, and they're moving on, they're healing from it, they want to make amends in some way. But you're psychically already like, yeah, they're not coming with an offer that's even nearly good enough to move forward with. It's almost like they just want to see if you're still kind of hooked in, and as soon as you are, they're not going to do more, is what it feels like. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. I feel like this is really talking about staying present, not living in the past, not living in the future, but staying present with what's going on right now. It's like, don't fall in love with potential, but also don't be completely slaughtered by the past. Be exactly where you are presently and be with your higher self. Be present. Don't leave your body ground right now. Let's take a look at some energy you don't see coming. Fire signs, fire signs. Energy you don't see coming. Unexpected income. Distant horizons. Imprisonment. Occupation. Mature woman. Okay, first of all, somehow I feel like someone might be coming in kind of saying like, I told you so, which is really not very helpful at all. But I do feel like somebody has that type of energy that's coming in to validate you, but validate themselves validating you. But I also feel like somebody's coming in, there's this, it's not necessarily someone, this could be you. There's this unexpected lesson learned, kind of, where you realize your own worth for the long haul. And I do understand that that can feel like imprisonment, because it's almost like, wow, I'm alert to this now. It's that thing again. Once you know, you can't unknow. So now it's like, okay, it's kind of an imprisonment. Once I see a red flag, I mean, it's just a straight up no. I just already know that that's the way it's going to be, and I don't want that in my life. And here, occupation, it's like, for whatever reason, this is working hard. This is you working hard to move through this and to make boundaries, to get other people's energy out of your space. And here's this mature woman, this person, whether male or female, what they're saying is they do care. They care about you. This is the person, this would be more like a friend who is saying, I told you so, but they do care about you. But that energy seems to be really strong. So you do have this support around you. There's just this self-inquiry and this contemplation about do you feel like a changed person? Like this somehow changed you, or changed how you think, and changed who you let in to your sacred circle, who you let into your family, or your friends who are family. Let's take a look at, I want to take a look at some romance angels, because for some of you, this definitely could be romantic. Let's see. What do your romance angels want to say? Release your ex. space. The time has come to clear your energy. There's a lot of that energy here clearing your space. And it's almost like you already even know it. You're clearing your space already. I'm hearing that horrible commercial. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. Somebody saying that. And I feel two more. Oh, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. This is about here you are doing a lot of space clearing and getting someone out of your energy. But then this is also remembering to keep your energy light, lighten it up. I like to use your intention to move energy, step into an elevator, step into your spiritual elevator, and go up, up, up 3 floors and step out into the quantum field of light. And that is raising your frequency. It's using your intention to raise frequency. It's easy as that. And so while you are moving other energy that doesn't match you anymore out of your space, also remember to raise your frequency, to keep it light. You don't need to spiral down into anything, even though you feel like, oh, this is a different way of looking at things. And maybe it's a heavier way of looking at things. You don't have to stay in that heavy frequency, even though it's different. There's an innocence I feel like you're stepping out of right now. That doesn't mean you can't step back into it. But for now, it's like there's this knowingness that isn't innocent. It's a wisdom. And that feels a little heavy. Let's take a look at Moonology. Get some advice for you, fire signs. Okay, these two want to come out. A time to give rather than take. I feel like that's giving to yourself, though. And what do you need to release? Yeah, there's a lot of release going on right here. I also feel like a time to give rather than take. This is about giving to yourself and not necessarily like, here's this person who's wanting to help you out. The I told you so type of person, even though they have good intentions. I feel like there's just a lot of alone time where you are doing some self-care here. And I feel like that's good. I feel like that is well needed. I even hear rest is needed. And luck is on your side. Things are falling into place. I also want to say this. Luck is on your side. I feel like your angels and guides were really on top of it in however you received this information, the psychic information that you understand about this person who's not coming in fully authentic because of their own reasons. Your guides and angels were lighting your path for you to show you that. Your higher self was helping you see things and click in with things. Had this gone on, longer, or had you not seen this when you did, it's just like, this was a lot. This was your higher self keeping you in alignment in actuality. So just keep that in mind. All right, fire signs, that's what I have for you. I'll be back in a couple of days with another reading, and I will see you soon.